Hey everyone, what's up? How are ya? Hope you're fine. My name is Anya. It's time to watch some creepy videos, so get comfy and see you in a second. Alright, real spirit photographs that will stop your heart.
Many say that an image is not enough, and that the mere presence of a ghostly entity in a photograph or video is not enough to prove that the paranormal is real. However, the images that you will see today hide disturbing stories to back them up. Stories that are so shocking that they will make all the hairs on your skin stand up. So stay until the end, because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present 6 creepiest paranormal photographs with horrifying stories. We begin this video with some images that account for a strange phenomena captured by Michelle, one of our subscribers' mother. In her email, she says that her mother is a fitness teacher, so she always attends a multi-court where she does physical activities with her students. It was in this context that at the end of one of these sessions, when everyone was preparing to leave the court, the woman took a photograph of her group. She took several shots so that they could choose the best one. Now, look at the 2 images on the screen and try to discover what caused Michelle's mother so much terror.
That blurry person there?
Michelle maintains that her mother took these images with only 1 second of difference, which is clearly not enough time for an extra person to have appeared there. But as you can see, there it is. A somewhat blurred figure that no one identified as part of the group, and that by chance appeared in this image that has caught everyone's attention.
It looks like some kind of reflection, but there seems to be nobody standing in that pose. No clue.
Who or what is that appears in the image? Leave it in the comments. Number 5. The following corresponds to a series of images taken by a subscriber who for personal reasons did not want to reveal her identity. But she took the time to tell us that one night, while walking her daughter to a playground, she took pictures of the area, including an old church that was closed to the public at that moment. It was not until the next day, when reviewing those images, she noticed that the church was not empty that night. Observe.
Maybe that's that looks like a statue or something of the sort. Of some horned creature. But then, yeah, I mean, the church loves the devil. That's why they fucking worship it. So why shouldn't they have some devil statue up there with goat's
Our
head?
subscriber points out that she and the rest of her family were
Doesn't the cross look as if it's upside down as well?
Absolutely terrified when they saw these images, where you can see what seems to be various silhouettes of demonic creatures who, when seen from above, seem to be looking at the city. The most surprising of all was that despite the diffusion of these photographs on social networks, an official statement regarding this was never issued from the church, remaining a mystery that few dare to talk about.
I would like to know how that church looks at daytime, because maybe that's just a normal statue that's there during the day as well. Or maybe they have some kind of, I don't know how I would call it, some kind of mechanism that, you know, makes things rotate. I don't know what to call it, goddammit, but sometimes, you know, something like something when you have these thingies where, I don't know, shit opens up and something comes out and something goes back in, and some kind of machinery. I'm just guessing here, as always. But it looks like it as if it's a statue of some sort. So I'd like to see that church in daytime, please. Maybe it's
Number
there as
4.
well. And wait, I mean, there's lots of church who took up old pagan symbolism and symbols. I mean, a lot of church were built on old holy places to pagan people or heathens, and when the church came and forced their Christian beliefs onto everyone, they built their churches on all these holy places and what's the word? Not dirtied them, but, you know, put their evil energies onto these once holy places. So I mean, they turned everything that was once holy into evil, and their evilness is supposed to be holy. Okay, I'm getting too far off topic here. I'm sorry. I'm very pissed today, as you might have noticed, so.
November 11th, 1918 was a day of relief for a squad of the Royal Air Force, because it was on that date on which the First World War ended.
I just came up with the word. I think it was desanctified, the word that I was looking for. Churches desanctified the holy places by building their church on them. Never mind, it's not important anyways.
So at least this group of aviators and officers could return to civilian life with their families. However, before each one set out on their way, the commanding officer of the squad, Sir Victor Goddard, wanted to immortalize the moment by taking an official photograph of where they all left together at the same time. It was in this shot that an extraordinary detail left everyone surprised. Observe.
There's half a person standing behind him. Oh, that's probably just a reflection of someone.
As you can see in the resulting image, all of the members of Goddard's squad are formed neatly in 6 successive rows and posing martially for
Dude, he looks a bit like Stalin. Ugh.
the camera lens. However, a mysterious semi-veiled face without a military cap appears in the last row. Although it may be hard for you to believe, that face was identified by everyone as Freddie Jackson, a mechanic who belonged to this squad and who just days before the photograph was taken had tragically died after being accidentally hit by a propeller. Everyone who knew Freddie was sure that it was him. Apparently, he did not want to miss the opportunity of being with his military squad. Number 3.
Maybe that is him. I mean, I would have said it might have been some kind of reflection, because back in the days cameras were different, simpler. Maybe that is Freddy. What do I know? I can't think of anything else right now, so maybe it is him. If everyone said it totally looks like him, I'd be willing to let this pass perhaps as a paranormal photograph.
For Carlos Santana, a regular subscriber of the channel, these images he saw while browsing Facebook have been extremely difficult for him to overcome. While looking at a news page, he began to see photos of a terrible traffic accident in which many vehicles were involved. As a result, leaving several fatalities and a large number of injured. He says that while looking at this image, his blood literally ran cold, because inside of one of the vehicles, he found something that should never have been there.
Oh man, I hate seeing pictures of accidents as well. There's just so much tragedy always attached to it. Oh boy, is that a child?
In his email, Carlos emphasizes that when this was photographed, all the bodies had been removed, and no one was inside the vehicle. This makes the presence of what appears to be a child inside the car even more disturbing. Could it be that the camera captured the image of one of the victims of this accident? Tell me what you think.
I think it's just reflections of whatever is around that just look like a child. Yeah.
Number 2. From Tijuana, Mexico, Giovanni Gonzalez, one of our subscribers, took it upon himself to send me an impressive photograph, assuring that the image would show that something very bad is happening to him. You see, Giovanni states that for a few weeks now he has been having constant nightmares, specifying that a being with bright eyes, long hair, and an abnormal tongue appears, taking over him, as if in each dream this being was lurking and waiting for the right opportunity to take control of Giovanni's movements.
Looks like
He
right
never imagined
out of a
that
horror
by
movie.
taking a couple of photos, they would reveal the face of his greatest fears. Observe.
Is that a face in the reflection?
We have all taken photographs of the iris of our eye, right? Out of mere curiosity. The same curiosity that revealed Giovanni's greatest fear. Although logic says that it could be a reflection or some other error in the image, he believes that there is a connection between this selfie and his nightmares. In fact, Giovanni is convinced that this being lives inside of him, as if it were a parasite that absorbs all his energy, making him
Funny, I was just thinking the same, or wondering the same thing, like maybe there is some spirit inside him, or deceased soul, or demon, and that's what he caught on the camera. But maybe it's just a reflection of something that totally looks like a face, which is probably the more realistic explanation, but what do I know?
feel more and more discouraged since the nightmares began to occur. If this is real, and it is a restless spirit, the occult dictates that he should just ignore it until the event cease. The more importance given to the spirit, the more strength it obtains. That was what I recommended for Giovanni to do. What would you recommend?
Well, I would try to find out what's up with the nightmares. I mean, nightmares have a reason. that your soul is trying to usually conquer something or figure something out or get over something. I mean, there's some problem that is causing him nightmares. That's where I would start. I mean, I've been luckily, or I've been lucky in my life in the sense that I hardly ever had nightmares. I only get them when I have fevers. And I had one nightmare last year. That was really weird. Came out of nothing because I don't remember my dreams anymore most of the times. But for example, back in the days when I was still in school, I had this recurring nightmare about how I would fail all my classes, or not all my classes, just a handful, because I had really bad grades in those classes, and that I would fail ninth grade. And yeah, guess what? I failed ninth grade because my grades were too bad, and I had to do it again. And afterwards, the nightmare stopped, though. And if I had maybe studied a bit more, I could have passed the first time. But nah, that was the time I started hating, really, really, really hating school. That was so irrelevant. Oh well. Now my nose is running.
We conclude this investigation with an image captured by a subscriber from the Philippines, who says that one morning after finishing a meeting with friends, they left his house and took a group photo on the stairs. It was at that moment that the camera captures the presence of someone who should never have appeared in the image. Observe.
With that kid standing to the right.
Our subscriber says that this image was taken around 3 a.m. in a place where children do not reside. Furthermore, he adds that the miner's clothing is similar to the uniforms worn by children when they were forced to join the army of that country. So for him, it would not be strange if it was the spirit of a miner who was recruited for that purpose. Is this possible? Let me know what you think in the comment box, because this video has come to an end.
It's kind of hard to say much about the clothing. It kind of looks as if he's wearing a backpack on the front. And if there's something in his eye, like a monocle that's reflecting. Or maybe he's wearing a cap. Is really hard to say. Maybe it's just a doll, or not a doll, a mannequin. Maybe it's something completely different altogether, and it just looks like a kid.
My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.
But it was a good video because it's. I'm having a hard time explaining. I'm having a hard time explaining what I'm seeing here. So it was either all faked very well, or perhaps there was one or another ghost there. I don't know. Or just, yeah, what's become one of my favorite explanations, just reflections of something that is whatever, but just totally looks like a person. Don't know. What do you guys think, huh? Let me know. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you were, I don't know, creeped out, intrigued, whatever. Amused, maybe, perhaps. Have a great day or a great night, and see you in the next video. Bye.